Hey, it's Nick and I'd like to show you LEGO Transformers number 40, Dropkick. Now, as this is my second attempt at a triple changer, some things are not going to look quite right, like how the roof of the car is very elongated, and there's quite a lot of gaps, and he's a little too short, and you can really tell that when we compare him to something. Speaking of comparisons, let's get into that. The standard car, Megatron, Fall of Cybertron Deluxe Class Ultra Magnus. So with comparisons out of the way, let's get into transformation. So we're gonna put this guy into his helicopter mode. That's right, he has a helicopter mode. And boy, was this all hell to engineer. So this piece is gonna go down, swivel this whole section around like this. This is gonna flip around. Now this is one of my favorite things that I was able to do. You spin around this section. And then spin, turn these lights in like that. Move this out, move this up, and back down like that, move that back. Same thing. Here, move this out, turn it, turn this piece, move that back, move this down, and next what you can do is you can bend it down while moving this up. So, and just position this correctly. And there is the front of the helicopter. Next, you're going to take this, swivel it in so that the wheel is facing inwards. You want the wheels to be touching. Now, move these up. Move down this panel. Move down this panel. And now you want these panels to be level with this right here so that it can actually stand. Move that to create the tail rotor section. Now move this all around. It's all sorts of a disaster. Next, spin these down, and then there is his helicopter mode. Now, I was really surprised that I was able to fit a helicopter mode into this guy at all. I was gonna do a car, and that was just gonna be it, and I was gonna make a separate Dropkick for the robot mode, but I think this works very well. I was going to make the excuse of it being a Cybertronian helicopter mode and Cybertronian robot mode, but I feel like that would cheap out a little bit because it probably wouldn't even look anything like this. But let's jump back into comparisons. Minifigure, standard car, Megatron, and War for Cybertron Deluxe Class Ultra Magnus. Get him out of here so that we can transform him into robot mode. Now, his robot mode is unique, let's say. So, now what we're going to do is we're going to take this ball joint, just spin it back around like that. And I think I'm going to have to raise up the camera a little bit more. Okay, so, here we go. So, this section, move back, take this, move that down, move this, and now you're going to take the cockpit, swivel it around, and there is his head. You're going to take this, move it kind of down like that, so that creates his chest, and moving to the back, move these at a certain angle so that it looks somewhat okay. swiveling this out, move that back, and then, or you should move this panel in first and then move that down. So swivel this around, move that panel in, make sure you have the tires facing forward, and then move down his toe, and now we just have to get him standing properly, and I'm gonna have to move down the camera for a third time. Now, Dropkick's robot mode is, like I said before, unique. It's very abstract. The cockpit is in the correct area, it's just a little bit small. The lights are actually way too big. It's kind of a little bit of a disaster. It would have looked a lot nicer if I had just not done it, in my opinion. I like that I was able to hide away the wheels, even though that the wheels are visible. All of the wheels are on his... two of the wheels, one wheel's here, one wheel's here, and there's part of a wheel that's like on his forearms, part of the wheel, so I don't know where the other part would have went. So what I did is I just put these wheels here because it would have been way easier, and I couldn't find a good way to have his arms transform in a cool way and have a decent looking plane in car mode without having the wheels be inside of his chest. I just think it looks way nicer than just having fake wheels stick out. Now his head is very posable, and it's kind of hard to get everything correctly. Now, I'm not doing the funny Job the Hong thing this time, but he is taller than a car, and minifigure right there, and Deluxe Class Ultra Magnus from Fall Cybertron. Very grainy. That didn't help at all. But let's get into articulation, which is something that I never do. So, his lights are on ball joints. His head is on a T-joint, so it can swivel. This is all on a joint. This is a ball joint, so he technically has a butterfly joint. He can bend forward that, and there's a slight swivel there. Ball joint here, ball joint here, ball joint there, ball joint here, ball joint here. There's a hinge here, but this is supposed to be his heel. And his whole backpack is very articulatable. And I was kind of happy how I got the helicopter propellers to become his wings. There's a lot of things that I wanted to do in this, and I was thinking if I could get something to mimic something, if I could get the helicopter rotor blades to mimic the windshield, I feel like that'd be perfect. And if I could get the wheels to somewhat hide in the helicopter mode, that would also be perfect. Now, I really wanted to get this guy's video done as quick as possible because I'm not going to have much time to record videos, so that's why you've probably seen so many stockpiled videos in the past while. That's because I wanted to stockpile them up so I wouldn't have an entire month where I can't post videos of LEGO Transformers. And I feel like the next video is going to be a review of some Siege figures because I've been really getting into picking up or searching for Siege figures. I've seen a Hot Link, I've seen a Netflix Megatron, so I'll have to pick those up if I get a chance. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope I can see all of you guys in the next one, and remember, till all are one.